Hi guys, welcome back to Sunflower Cottage Crochet. This is Sarah, today with another tutorial. In our previous tutorial, the most recent, I did a slip stitch join for granny squares, and you can do that with any kind of joining for any kind of project. So it applies to everything. But I'm using granny squares because they're the easiest visual to work with. So for this one, we're going to learn the single crochet join. I will put a link in the description box for the join as you go granny, traditional granny, and the slip stitch tutorials as well, so that you can easily go see those if you haven't already. Also, while you're here, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we upload a new video or go live. Okay, so for whip stitching, normally you would use your main color. I have two different color ones, much like my other video. But as an example, if it was all white for the final row, then you would use white. But I do have another blue one here. If you have nothing but solid blues, you would use the same blue to join up. However, because single crochet kind of stands up, you can also do it in a contrasting color to make it more obvious, because it does create sort of like pinstriping. I'm going to turn this one. So I do actually want to show you with two different colors, and I'm going to use this bright green again so that you can see it. I don't really want it to blend in. So for the single crochet join, you just need whatever hook you use to make your squares. In my case, my 5mm and worsted weight yarn, because that's what I use to make these squares. So you're going to put the wrong sides together because you want it to show along the top. And this, like I said, in this way it creates a channel, or a raised pinstripe. And we're going to start right in this open corner. So make sure everything is lined up. And also make sure your squares were all made the same way. And so all I did was make a slip knot right on the hook. You're going to weave in your ends anyway. This to me just makes it more secure. But you don't have to do it that way. However you join yarn is perfectly fine. So you're going to, if you did it this way, yarn over and then just make a single crochet. You don't even have to chain one if you do it with a slip knot. If you slip stitch join, without a knot, then you're going to want to chain one and then single crochet in the same space. Now you're going to go through under both loops of both squares and then single crochet. And you're just going to do that all the way down. Now if you manage to line everything up perfect, then you should be able to just literally just stitch right along and not have to worry about if you're lined up by flipping back and forth. I still kind of do it because I'm a little anxious and I always want to make sure I got it right. Now in these little chain or spaces, if you do a granny that has a chain space, then you're going to want to put a single crochet in that space. I actually do not do my grannies with that space because I hate the big gaps. So I have actual stitches to go right into, so that's how I'm going to work this one. But again, if you have a chain space, you do need to put a single crochet in that chain space. And so, like I said, I'm just going right down the line, just making single crochets in both loops, top loops of both squares at the same time. And I joined up my yarn right there, so now I've got a nice little mess to work with. Figures. Okay. Now we're almost done. Oh, I only got one. I totally saw that loop too and was like, no, that can't be it. Okay, now we're getting to the other, yeah, I went too far. Oh, 'cause that's a chain 3. Yep, those are fun too, by the way. You know what it is. Okay, so here we are back at this corner space. You do still want to put a single crochet there. All right, so I'm going to pull this up and show you. So you can see you've got this raised up row of single crochet. Not everyone likes this look. To be honest, I do. I like it because it creates a visible pinstripe all over your blanket. The flip side is like almost it would be invisible if this were the matching color. So the right side though has this line of single crochets. So if you were to join up something in the corner, and there's always, with this type of joining, just like the slip stitch join, you can join as you go, which is one at a time, or you can join when you have so many done, like a whole row or a whole column or whatever of grannies done, or you can do all your grannies, lay them out, and then join them all at the same time. With the slip stitch, the single crochet, and the whip stitch join, you have lots of options. But with the join as you go, that's it. It's join as you go. So you have an unfinished granny square. The final row is your join row. And again, there will be a link to that in the description box if you've never learned how to do that, or if you need a refresher. Okay, so for this, to join a corner, you're just going to do a single crochet, because that's what we're doing, is single crochets. And then you're going to start single crocheting across just like we did to start. Now normally you would have, I'm going to stop there, you would have a full row done, and then you'd be joining up this next one. Because it isn't like join as you go, you don't have to follow a snaking pattern, you know, around. You just do a row at a time, kind of like quilting. When you make a quilt block, so many of them, you put your row together and then you sew the rows together after that. So this is very much like that. So technically I would have started on this end and gone this way and joined diagonally from here to there, and then gone across and joined these two, leaving this one open pretty much. So but it will always be connected to the one to the side, so it's going to be connected to somebody no matter what. But when you're doing it the correct directions, it'll show that you've joined this diagonally, and you'll go straight across. So then you would start on your joining your rows, but you would also want to put like a vertical stripe. I can't even think today. A vertical stripe going up to make everything kind of match. You don't have to. I mean, you are going to want to join these sides though. You could slip stitch and just have horizontal visible lines. But me, when I did it, I did all of them the same way. And I matched a color, one of the colors of my Afghan in the color that I joined with. And again, you can see the green isn't all that awful. It creates a neat little pinstripe. So you'll have pinstripes crisscrossing. So I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. Please, again, like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to be notified anytime we upload a new video or go live. Till the next one, bye-bye.